Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome to the class. Hello, good evening, Astrid. How are you?
Good evening, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Can you listen to me? Very,
Yes.
very. Okay. Thank you very much. Well, we're gonna start with our classes. Just, I hope your classmate will join us. But well, the last class we were talking about tag questions, and today we're gonna continue with the grammar part and some other activities because this week we have to finish this module. So I hope we're going to be able to finish. I think yes, we're going to be able to finish everything that is regarding to this module on the program. I hope so. Well, today we're going to continue with grammar. About grammar, we're going to talk about important aspects about that. The next one is well, definite and indefinite articles, and we're going to check it out. That just in a moment, I will. Well, now I'm ready to start the meeting with YouTube Live. That was the thing that I was doing. Well, how is there now in Cusco? Is it everything okay? Is it hot? How what's the weather like there?
Yes, teacher is okay, but the weather is always cold, I think.
Really, it's not hot in Cusco?
Only since 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. maybe. But then it's cold, especially in the night.
Oh, I thought that Cusco was not very cold. Um, okay, that's yeah. I had a I had a tourist yesterday. She came from Cusco. She was an anthropologist from Germany, but she told me that she was living in Cusco for 6 months or something like that. And she told me many things about Cusco. I really enjoyed it. I think I don't know, some similarities with La Paz. I think it has. Yeah, because it's not very big city, but I think it has a lot of history, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, it's very
But
historic.
I think that in La Paz it is colder than Cusco.
Yeah, even more cold, because the altitude is even more colder than in Cusco because of the I don't know what's the altitude in Cusco right now, or sorry there. What is
Teacher, I think that more than 3,300. And
okay, in La Paz is 3,600.
oh, oh,
Yeah,
I can imagine that because I saw videos about La Paz and people there, or maybe in the evenings when people are walking the streets are very cold.
yeah. It is cold, really is because it's altiplano, but El Alto is even more colder. the city of El Alto because it's more than 4,100 meters. Yeah, that
Okay, the El Alto is other city in La Paz.
yes,
Okay.
different city. It's even bigger than La Paz. La Paz is
Oh,
small.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, El
El
Alto has
Alto.
more population. It is bigger. It's really big. La Paz is
Okay.
small compared with El Alto.
Interesting teacher.
Yeah, it's a big city.
Mm,
Also, we have a lot of people from Peru in El Alto.
I can imagine that because we are very close. So,
Hmm?
or especially we have, I think that we share similar characteristics about to the way to live, or maybe.
Even last names.
Mm, and yes,
Over here, we have a lot of Mamanis, Quispes. I hear that
mm,
in there are some last names in Puno. There are many people with that last name.
yes, teacher. In Cusco too is very common to
Oh,
yes
really?
to listen to hear that.
Okay, I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, I have some students. They have the same similar last names and they live in El Alto, but they told me that they are not from La Paz, they are from Peru. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Now also we are starting a new semester with my students and some of them are from Peru. But I don't know where specifically, but they are. Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Let's start, please. What do we have here? This is about chess. Can you read for me, please, this?
Okay, teacher. Chess is a game for two players. Each player begins with a set of 16 white or black pieces. Some chess sets are plain, but some are very unusual. The players take turns moving their pieces on a board with 64 squares. Each type of piece moves in a different way. The queen is the most powerful piece, but the king is the most important. The primary goal in chess is to checkmate your opponent's king. The game is over when a king cannot avoid capture.
Okay, and can you see some articles here? In English, we say articles, definite and indefinite articles, right? And they.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Is it possible to see articles there?
Mm,
Yes, right? Like chess is a game, right? And what else? Well, let's check it out.
um, okay. I
Mhm.
said, or
Yeah,
the players
the players.
are board with 74, set 64.
Uh-huh.
Um, the queen, the primary,
Yes.
the game a king cannot avoid.
Yes. Well, when we talk about articles, especially in writing, is very important to use it correctly because let's check it out. This word, it says, I don't have it. A game, right? For the first time, usually we're gonna use a game, and let's look for the other one that mentions about a game or something about the game. It can be with a different name, but it doesn't matter. The idea is that they must talk about that. Okay, the queen, but the most important was mm, okay. The game, right? Over here we have a game. At the beginning, we use a. When you mention the second for the second time, you have to say the game, not a game. Okay. And also check it out for the other one. For example, player, right? Each player, it's like each is like singularity. Each player begins with a set of 16 white or black pieces. Player, and let's look for the other word or yeah, the second time. Each player, and we use the players here, and the players. Each player, the player. Okay, for the second time, we're going to use the. And we can look for some similar examples. There are other ones. A board, for example. On a board, right? If we mention the board for the second time, it's going to be the, something like that. But when there are some unique things like the queen, we cannot say a queen. It depends if we refer to the both side, but usually we're gonna see the queen because it's the most important piece. Is the okay unique, right? We cannot find in a team two queens. That's why we use the for the king as well, and something like that. Okay, but let's check. Uh, there are all of them that is right a set of 16, some chess sets players take. Those are some articles that we can use, we can see. Well, but talking about indefinite noun, um, a noun is indefinite when you and your listener do not have a specific person, place, or thing in mind. Okay, it's not definite. Let's read this one, please.
A noun is indefinite when you and your listener don't have a specific person, place, or thing in mind.
Okay, and what about the next one?
Let's play a game.
Hmm?
You'll need some luck to beat me.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. In the example, it's indefinite when we say a game, right? And there are like some black also. And the next one is chess is a game for two players. Chess is a game for two players. So the indefinite article a and with singular count nouns that are indefinite. For example, a game, right? Singular count noun. And you may capture an enemy piece. The same here, we're using an, right? But that is a singular count noun as well, enemy piece. But there are, or one way of using a or an, we use a before consonant sounds, of course, right? Especially like a chessboard has 64. But when we say, I don't know, we have to take into account how the word sounds, right? When we say a car, right? But a consonant sound is a. If it's vowel sound, we're gonna say like an, right? An architect. That's a good example of a vowel sound. But and there is consonant with a consonant sound. Okay, like a chessboard. Chess is a unique game. And then we have with a consonant sound, there is use and before vowel sounds. The game lasted over an hour. So the same here. Hour is a vowel sound, so that's why we use an, right? So that's also important to mention in order not to make mistakes. And chess is an interesting game. Also, there we have an vowel sound. We have to separate through from okay, uh, an interesting game, right? From the vowel with the letter N. So then we have definite articles. In this case, we can see nouns, use no article, or some with plural count nouns, and non-count nouns that are indefinite. Some means an indefinite member. Some chess sets are very unusual here. Um, there is plural count noun, right? We don't use a or they. Is some because there is not is indefinite, right? It's indefinite. Like some like algunos, right? But here the same. Most players enjoy competition. We don't say a competition or the competition, right? Because it's an indefinite noun, by the way, or non-count noun. So let's continue with the next one. What do we have here? Indefinite nouns. We use a or an with singular count nouns to say that someone or something is right. We have chess is a board game. Singular count noun. Chess is an interesting game. That's an, right? An interesting game. So use no article with plural count nouns and no count nouns to say what someone or something is. Kings, queens, and bishops are chess pieces. So we have chess pieces there. Some chess sets are made of marble or glass. There is a plural count noun, right? We don't say a chess or the chess, no. We are using only for plural count nouns, we don't use articles, no article, right? And also, it is possible to talk about general statements. No article with plural count nouns and noun count nouns to make general statements. For example, players often play with chess clocks. We don't say with a chess clock or not specific, right? And that because that's also a plural count noun. So the next one is a special software. This is also noun count noun. And now we're going to practice with these examples. What do you think we should use here? You have to check it out if sorry, if it's important to use this kind. Let's look at this examples, please. What do you what
No, can you play chess without article?
without articles? Very good. Okay, now also try to solve these exercises or these sentences from 1 to 6. What about number 1?
In chess, no article.
Inches, okay. Pounds move one square at a time. You know what's the meaning
So
of pound in Spanish, right? Pounds are the with a round head, right? Smaller. Okay. No article. What about number two? What do you think
chess
is
is an interesting game.
very good and interesting game? Number three.
The white queen begins um a, a white square.
No white square. Very good.
A pawn can be promoted to queen. No article.
To a queen. Yeah, because this is when we say a pawn, that means it depends, right? Because in the game we have two queen, right? But in this case, a queen. What about five?
A verbal call of check is a and
An insult.
mm,
Yes, an insult, right? What about the next one?
some games and in outside.
Do you know what is a tie in English? Sorry, sorry, sorry.
No teacher.
For when we say Peru and Argentina played football, and in Peru scored two goals, and Argentina as well. That's a tie.
Okay.
What do you think is in Spanish?
Empate.
Yes. Do you think it's possible to have a tie in a chess game match?
I used to play chess,
Okay,
but I don't practice, so I can say that I can play very well.
okay. But do you think it's possible to end in a tie or
Yes.
always, or maybe it's always a winner?
Um, in a chess, you can. What is esto? Um, when the time is over
Ah, yes.
and nobody can win. For example, if you are only with your king and the other player is with his king, maybe.
Yes, yes. With the pounds, maybe with yes, queen or queen, king, yeah, can be. And when the time is over, you just lose or something like that, or nobody wins. You
Or
mean that?
maybe you can talk with your um, partner and to accord him to leave the game like that, or
Okay.
maybe
That's why I saw even in a movie that uh, some players spent a lot of hours, many hours, sorry. And yeah, I can imagine sometimes it takes a long time, right?
yes.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know. I don't play chess, but I like I'd like to learn. Okay, but what about this one? Definite nouns. A noun is definite when you and your listener both know which person place or thing you are talking about. For example, where is the chessboard? Right, right here, it's part of the furniture. And the number one, use the with most common nouns, count and non-count, singular and plural, okay, that are definite. Players with the white pieces move first. It's just an example. Pieces, right? Plural count now. We use they, especially for what? For count and count noun, non-count noun, singular and plural, for both of them. The queen is the most powerful piece, right? That's also we're using they. And some players record the time between moves, and there is also. Use the when a person, place, or thing is unique. The player who checkmates is the winner, right? Checkmate, we say. Sorry. But we said that it was not polite to say only check, right? We say checkmate. Oh, where's that? Over here. Yes. And they, we use they also when a person, place, or thing is unique, right? We can say people can play chess on the web. The web is the only unique thing. There's only one web, right? And let's continue with the next one. Use the when the context makes it clear which person, place, or thing you mean. Will you let me win the game, for example? They know he's talking about their card game. Okay. Mahong is a Chinese card, right? But we're gonna use this one. And they or some or no article. Now please try to complete that. What do you think are missing there? I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to think and solve okay, to finish this one, okay? I'm sorry. Okay. Yep. Let's work with that. Think about it. Okay, let's check, please. What do we have there?
Okay, teacher. It starts in China, but people play mahjong all over the world. Mahjong is played with tiles.
Okay.
Mm, they
Okay.
are they are made from bamboo or ivory.
Okay.
Some
Uh,
tiles,
only from bamboo, right?
yes.
Oh,
Okay, the tiles display mm, flowers,
flowers, yes.
numbers, or an unique animal.
Mm-hmm. Flower numbers or a unique animal, yes.
Players shuffle the tiles by building a wall. There are several mahjong patterns such as chow and a pawn. The gong, the or a con contains four files of the same number and suit and A and I contains two, two ties of the same number and suit. The object of the game is to collect a set of 14, 14 ties in four groups or three ties and a match pair. Now you can download uh, Mahjong and play it over the internet.
Mhm, very good. Yes, those were the articles, right? Okay. And we checked something related to an article. But let me share something else that I was about to share here, but just give me a couple of seconds. Okay, please let me share my screen right now. Can you see my slide?
Yes,
Okay. So there are some, this is kind of second part of that, but how do you think we can, we have to look at the letter and we have to fill in the blanks with a and the or no article. Okay. What about there? Let's try to complete Think about the articles or not.
Mm, oh, I'm going to complete, teacher.
Hmm?
And dear Marta, we took the most wonderful trip last month. We went on,
Sorry. Okay. Yes.
okay,
The most.
and on a great
Mhm.
safari. Um, the safari was in Kenya, and we saw some lions and hippos up close. And the experience was great. The only problem was when my husband was bitten by uh, a mosquito. But since we have taken malaria medicine before we came, the doctor Matuka said he will be okay.
Okay, Dr. Matuka. Interesting. But yes, it's okay over there. Sorry. The doctor, right? Because it's the only person there. How about article when we don't have a particular person, place, or thing in mind? We use non-specific nouns, like use the indefinite article a or an with non-specific singular count nouns. I don't, oh sorry, like I'd love to hold a baby lion. We say, in this case, any baby lion, no particular lion in mind, right? A baby lion. Not the only one.
Yes.
And a noun is often indefinite the first time a speaker mentions, right? No, and it is usually definite after the first mention, like this. First mention, we went on a safari last year. The safari was very educational. So the second mention, we're gonna use the. And zero article or no article with non-specific plural count nouns and non-specific count noun count. Sorry, non-count nouns. For example, read this one, please.
Meerkats are very interesting animals to watch.
I don't remember the name in Spanish. What is?
Suricatas.
Suricatas. Yes, suricatas. Because yeah, that makes that reminds me to the movie of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Okay, teacher. Alvin. Alvin is.
Alvin, yes, Alvin y las ardillas,
Uh,
right?
yes.
Talk about suricatas, right? I don't know if you remember, but they mentioned about suricatas, and one of them went in the park, and he thought that there was the suricatas place, but there was an eagle. I think Teodoro. It was nice. Okay, so what about this? Hippos feel at home in water, right? And over there, zero article. We are not using a hippo, right? Or also, we don't say in a water, in the water, just water. With non-specific plural count nouns and non-specific count noun nouns. And okay, no specific plural count noun, zero article. What about the next one? Generic nouns. A generic noun when it represents all members of a class or category. There are three ways to use count nouns generically. Okay. Zero article plus plural count noun. Cheetahs are predatory animals, right? Cheetahs. In that case, generic. Um, okay. Zero article. A cheetah is a predator and predatory animal, so we have indefinite article plus count now. But I think the picture is not about a cheetah, right? What do you think is, how do you say this animal in English?
A tiger?
No, it's not a tiger.
A lion?
No, come on. We have this. This is the most powerful animal in the Amazon.
Sorry, teacher, I don't.
Jaguar, the jaguar, right?
Okay.
Yes, the jaguar. In the past, we used to have only pumas, right? Pumas and I think jaguars. I don't know if, yeah, jaguars also. Okay, and water is essential for all animals to survive, right? This is zero article as well. Water, indefinite article plus a noun. The zero article plus noun, non noun. Well, zero article also we use before the names of people or their titles, names of most countries and habitual locations. This one we cannot say akanika, right? But we don't say also they. But in Spanish we say, right, sometimes, like, but it's not correct, of course. Some people speak in that way, right? El Jose, right? But in English, no, no article. Can you read this one, please?
Mm, Kanika spends 4 days a week at work and 2 days a week in school.
Okay, yes. And here at work in school, the people's name, title also. And read this one, please.
Ambassador Mukasa was born in Tanzania but spent most of his life in Kenya.
Okay. And now we're gonna practice with this. Look at the sentences, complete them with an indefinite article or no article. Explain your answers to a partner. But in this case, how do you think is this over here? Article or no article?
Mm, a, a fever.
A zebra. Okay. Now try to answer all of these, please.
We stayed in in a nice lodge.
Mhm.
Um, the game reserves usually have lodge nearby.
Okay.
Um, and that kind of bird is usually found in Zambia. Have you ever seen an elephant at close? This is a great vacation. I would love um, to be a game warden. Do you often see wardens? Wardens
Warthogs. Warthogs.
with that article?
Mhm. Yes. Warthogs are like wild pigs, right? And when I say wild pigs are like, I don't know, in Bolivia people call them hochis. How do you call them in Peru? Those animals.
Sorry, teacher. What? What animal?
The pigs, wild pigs,
Uh,
chanchos salvajes,
hmm,
cerdos. How do you call it? I used to listen
only chancho,
only chancho,
chancho,
chancho del monte.
jabalí, or
Ah, yes, right, Havani. Okay, interesting. Over here, people call them hochi.
but in Quechua, teacher, we used to say Monticuchi.
Ah, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I used to hear that. By the way, do you speak Quechua?
Yes, teacher,
Marcel?
but yes, but I have some problems with the conjugation of the some verbs when I speak sometimes.
Wow, you have to teach me Quechua. I understand, but I don't speak because I was working with miners, with Quechua people in Potosi. They speak Quechua. They were teaching me. It was a long time ago, but I understand basic things like how do you say hand is maki, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Like
Mm.
very, it's very sweet. I speak Aymara fluent, but not Quechua. I understand things, but I love to speak Quechua. I really love to speak Quechua, but I don't have because in La Paz people don't usually speak Quechua. People speak only Aymara. That's why.
No, teacher. I think that in Peru, in Puno, yes, there people speak Aymara. Um, I think in some parts of Cusco, like
Okay,
maybe Isicuani or I don't know exactly.
nice, nice. Yeah, I last week I went to the Lake Titicaca. Yeah, it was on Monday, and I wanted to. I saw Peru from Copacabana. The I think some cities because it's possible to see from the lake from the island. I think I saw Puno from the lake from the Copacabana's island of Bolivia. I really wanted to go there. I said, "Wow!" I saw also some buses which was to Cusco also, and I said, "Wow! I really like to go, but I didn't have time." But it was nice. Yes, I said, "No, I have to go. I have to cross the border." But next time, for sure, I will be. I love to go to Ilo for vacation. I don't know if it's nice, but I like to go to the place. Okay. Anyway, well, a noun is definite when we know a particular person, right? Place or thing being talked about. We say they with non-count nouns and singular plural nouns that are different. Okay, here we say the vultures have found something to eat. Uh, Please, can you help me reading this?
Yeah, I see them. Let's get closer and take a picture.
Okay. I think it's not as smart to do that. They are they eat meat, right? It can be dangerous to get closer and anyway. But we use the definite article with nouns and describe something unique, right? Mm, the sign of equator, Kenya. Please, can you read this?
Nanyuki, Kenya is located on the Ecuador.
Ecuador, yes. Equator, right? Equator. Equator. Oh, sorry, I think it's equator. There is only one equator, right? The line. Also, an adjective that can often make a noun, uh, okay, represents something unique. Examples of such adjectives are right, wrong, first, only, and the comparative and superlative forms. The first giraffe is eating. Uh, Unique adjective, right? The first. And read this one, please.
That is the tallest giraffe I can be ever seen.
Okay. This is superlative, right? In superlative also we use they. In yeah, yes or yes, right? When we are talking about superlatives like the best, the the biggest, the tallest, we use they, right? And also the definite article is used with the names of public places. Okay, for example, we say this one. Read, please.
I went to the library to learn more about Kenya.
Uh-huh. The library, right? It's a public place, the library, the university, you can say. And the next one, please.
Kenya is located along the Indian Ocean.
Yes, Kenya. And this one.
My friends from the Netherlands are visiting Tanzania this year.
Okay. Do you know what's the name Netherlands in Spanish?
Netherlands noted.
Holanda, right?
Okay.
And this one, look at the letter again and fill in the blanks with your ideas or this one. Let's think about this exercise, please.
And dear Marta, we took the most beautiful trip last month. We went on a great safari. The safari was in Kenya and we saw lions and hippos up close. The experience was great. The only problem was my husband was bitten by a mosquito, but since we had taken malaria medicine before we came, um, the doctor Matuka said he will be okay.
Yes, that was one we did this one. I think we did, right? Bitten by a mosquito. But I think this is interesting to mention a mosquito, only one mosquito. It's, I don't know, don't pronounce. Okay, I don't know if it's correct or not. Maybe we can say was bitten by mosquitoes, right? Anyway, because have you ever bitten by mosquitoes or a mosquito, Astrid?
Yes, I have teacher because I am from the I don't know how to say
Amazon?
Ceja de Selva, the from
Ah,
Cusco.
yeah, like a valley.
Mm, no, not necessary, but it's near to Quillabamba Convention.
Ah, okay. Over here we call lower lands yungas, los yungas, but I think there is a different. It has a different name, right? In Peru.
Yes, maybe some people call call their Yunca Valle, but I think that is Ceja de Selva
Ah, nice.
because sometimes uh, Valle is referred to Calca, Urubamba, and that places, but Yunca is other place. Or yes,
Wow. Wow. I really, I don't know. I, all the time you mention places, I really want to go to Peru. Yeah, very nice places. Well, a lot of I don't know nothing about Peru, but I really like to go. Well, okay. Now let's practice, please, with the platform about the grammar, and there we go. Let me share this. And how about is that over here? People love to watch Al fondo y sitio. Is it popular there in Peru?
Just teacher, it was very popular. I think that my family especially used to watch in 2009 until
Yes.
2012 or 13, but then we left to watch because I think that was, yeah, it was common, and we were I
Tired
don't know,
about
worried.
yeah about this story, huh? But here was very popular until the last one that they made, and now they're also watching that again. I think they started to record again, right? To produce soap opera. We say soap opera, right? I think it's like a TV show or something like that. They started to do it, and people are watching again here in, especially in La Paz. Okay.
Yes, or maybe the channel was producing other series, but nobody no then very popular like Alfondicity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't know if again now it's gonna be popular, but people are watching. I don't know. Many people like things from Peru here, even the music, artists. I don't know if it's similar in Peru. They also is it is it popular to listen Los Carcas in Peru?
Yes, teacher is very popular here. Um, Other artists that uh, people think that maybe the group or the artist is from Peru, but they are from Bolivia. I think that is
Yeah, I
we
think
are very close.
yeah, of course. Like Los Carcas, and the other one is the younger guys. Um, I forgot, but after Carcass, now is very popular. I think, right? I don't remember, but I
Yes,
okay. Wow, it's I didn't know about that. Yeah, many people I think that that music is from Peru, right? But they are not. They're from Bolivia.
just it's very common for me. It was very common. The other people, when I watch videos and I review the comments, I saw that many people are maybe surprised, and they talk that, oh, I thought that that music was from Peru, but no, it was from Bolivia.
Yeah, there is a kind of eternal, not eternal, but I can see that some people always want to say that La Diablada is from Puno, right? Or some others say it's from Bolivia.
Yes,
Yeah, things like that. Yeah, but I think both of the countries we share a lot of things like caporales. Yeah, I think the parties, right? The morenada are very similar.
yes. I think that especially happen. It happens with Bolivia and Chile.
Uh-huh.
Yes, with both countries, because we are very um, in pelea,
Yeah,
maybe,
oh,
or discussion with the
music.
dishes or the music
Yeah.
uh, from Chile, or maybe with Bolivia.
I heard about the we have Singani, but Pisco, right? Is
Yes.
Peruvians in Peru they say it's from Peru, and in Chile they say it's not from Peru, it's from Chile. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I used to hear those things about Pisco. Okay, but I love the Peruvian ceviche. I fell in love about ceviche. Do you like ceviche?
And yes, I do teacher. It's delicious.
Yeah, for me it's very very delicious. I love. Okay,
Mhm.
open here. Can you see here the
Yes.
exercise? Okay, we're gonna try to complete, please. What about this?
This um, a soccer player on the national team.
Okay,
His team wants to win um, the qualify match.
okay,
The winner of the qualifying match plays in the world competition. People say it Haskins is the best coach in soccer these days. Dalia and Nick went to college together. They were in in and English class together. The teacher of the class, Dr. Guster, was very them. There's a backstory. Dalia wants to find out the real story.
okay. Very good. It's perfect. Yes. Well, yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. And is it Cusco close to the sea or no?
No, teacher. I think the next sea, the next beach,
Mm-hmm.
it will be from Arequipa.
Okay. Not from not from yeah, from Cusco, right? I think it's far. Okay. 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 I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, we're gonna solve something together, and just give me 1 minute to start. Okay, can you click this link? And can you get in the link? I don't know. Let me know, please.
Just teacher.
Are you with your computer right now?
Yes.
Do you think it's possible to share your screen if I let you?
And now, right now, or maybe.
Yes, if you with this quiz, and we can try to solve together.
Okay. Okay, teacher. I'm going to share my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, teacher. Okay.
The green arrow, right?
Yes. Just a moment, please.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Okay. Okay.
Can
Only the
you see?
yes.
Yes. Where is? Where is it?
Yes, that's that one. Very good. Yeah, you put just yes.
Mm, I don't see. We don't play.
Football, right? Good. Okay, good. Let's continue doing that. No, don't worry, but let's continue.
Someone
Very good. It was good. Yes, good. Good practice.
I don't.
Yeah, but just you can stop sharing. Don't worry.
Word.
The green arrow. Yes. Okay, it was nice. It was nice. On you didn't. Yeah, you got some just one or two mistakes, but yeah, I think it was really nice. Okay, maybe because you were a bit nervous, right? Because
Yes, teacher.
it's very fast sometimes. It
Yes,
puts
sometimes.
issue, right? Okay. Okay, now let's continue with something around here. Okay. Now we're gonna work with an activity that is about listening. Okay, let me share this. Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Come one, come all, and tune in this week, every night, from 10 to 11 p.m. for our Great Authors series. Each night this week is dedicated entirely to the master playwright and poet, William Shakespeare. On Monday, we set the scene with a look at the life and times of Shakespeare in England, from his birth in 1564 to his death in 1616. On Tuesday, we'll examine the fanciful comedies of Shakespeare, including A Midsummer Night's Dream and All's Well That Ends Well. On Wednesday, we'll have a look at Shakespeare's historical plays, including Julius Caesar and Richard III. On Thursday, bring your handkerchiefs and join us as we sample some of Shakespeare's great tragedies, including Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet. And finally, on Friday, we'll experience the real Shakespeare in love, with an in-depth exploration of Shakespeare's romantic poetry, including A Lover's Complaint and a selection from his 154 sonnets. Remember this week, beginning Monday from 10 to 11 p.m., experience the stuff that great literature is made of. That's Channel 10, your public service cable channel for history, drama, education, and culture.
Can I hear again, teacher, please?
Come one, come all, and tune in this week, every night, from 10 to 11 p.m. for our Great Authors series. Each night this week is dedicated entirely to the master playwright and poet, William Shakespeare. On Monday, we set the scene with a look at the life and times of Shakespeare in England, from his birth in 1564 to his death in 1616. On Tuesday, we'll examine the fanciful comedies of Shakespeare, including A Midsummer Night's Dream and All's Well That Ends Well. On Wednesday, we'll have a look at Shakespeare's historical plays, including Julius Caesar and Richard III. On Thursday, bring your handkerchiefs and join us as we sample some of Shakespeare's great tragedies, including Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet. And finally, on Friday, we'll experience the real Shakespeare in love, with an in-depth exploration of Shakespeare's romantic poetry, including A Lover's Complaint and a selection from his 154 sonnets. Remember this week, beginning Monday from 10 to 11 p.m., experience the stuff that great literature is made of. That's Channel 10, your public service cable channel for history, drama, education, and culture.
Sorry, I thought I was on my microphone. Anyway, how about now, King? Or maybe you want to listen for a very last time. What do you say?
It will be, teacher. It will be okay.
Okay, one
One
more
more
time.
time.
Okay,
Yes.
great, great. That's great.
Come one, come all, and tune in this week, every night, from 10 to 11 p.m. for our Great Authors series. Each night this week is dedicated entirely to the master playwright and poet, William Shakespeare. On Monday, we set the scene with a look at the life and times of Shakespeare in England, from his birth in 1564 to his death in 1616. On Tuesday, we'll examine the fanciful comedies of Shakespeare, including A Midsummer Night's Dream and All's Well That Ends Well. On Wednesday, we'll have a look at Shakespeare's historical plays, including Julius Caesar and Richard III. On Thursday, bring your handkerchiefs and join us as we sample some of Shakespeare's great tragedies, including Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet. And finally, on Friday, we'll experience the real Shakespeare in love, with an in-depth exploration of Shakespeare's romantic poetry, including A Lover's Complaint and a selection from his 154 sonnets. Remember this week, beginning Monday from 10 to 11 p.m., experience the stuff that great literature is made of. That's Channel 10, your public service cable channel for history, drama, education, and culture.
Okay. Now let's check, please. What about Monday?
Monday is for a look at Shakespeare life.
Okay.
Tuesday, a sampling of Shakespeare comedies. Wednesday, a discussion of Shakespeare's historical plays. Thursday, an exploration of Shakespeare's tragedies. On Friday, a review of Shakespeare's poetry.
Okay. Very good. It's perfect. Yes, now it's good. Okay. Well, we practice a little bit with the listening task and also grammar. And the next one is we have to work with the video listening. But okay, let me share first of all. What do we have here? This is a listening task. Okay. Sorry. And I'm gonna share in a moment. I'm sorry. Okay. I think now is better. Well, but let's check out about the listening, or sorry, the activities that, or what we should speak about. For example, the listening here number one is how well does Nick remember Talia? He remembers her very well. He remembers her a medal, or he doesn't really remember her. What class did Nick and Talia take together? Journalism, speech, English, literature, whatever. And who got the better grade in the final? Talia or Nick got a better grade than Talia, or Talia got better grade than Nick. I don't know. And how does Nick find out that Talia works in a television news show? He asks directly, "Are you a journalist?" Or he asks, "So what are you doing here?" Or, "Do you know there's a nasty story coming out about me?" I don't know. Okay, but anyway, let's listen. This let's watch this video, by the way, and let me know if you can listen correctly. Oh, sorry, no.
Nick?
I know you, don't I?
Yes.
Pacific College, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm Talia. Talia Santos.
Yeah, Talia, wow. Of course.
After all these years, I'm surprised you remember me.
How could I forget you? What was that class we took? English literature, wasn't it?
That's right, the Shakespeare class.
Dr. Custer's class. She was tough. She really made us work hard.
Oh gosh, don't remind me. Not a great memory.
We studied for the final together, didn't we?
Yes, that's right. As I recall, you did really well on it.
That's right. But only because I speak of Shakespeare so fluently.
Very cute.
So what are you doing here? You're a big soccer fan now, are you?
Not exactly. I'm a researcher with Newsline.
Oh, I see. Well, news reporters are not my favorite people right now. I heard there's a nasty story coming out about me, something about me throwing a game.
That's why I'm here.
That's a shame. Well, we'll have to meet again another time under different circumstances.
Nick?
I know you, don't I?
Yes.
Pacific College, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm Talia. Talia Santos.
Yeah, Talia, wow. Of course.
After all these years, I'm surprised you remember me.
How could I forget you? What was that class we took? English literature, wasn't it?
That's right, the Shakespeare class.
Dr. Custer's class. She was tough. She really made us work hard.
Oh gosh, don't remind me. Not a great memory.
We studied for the final together, didn't we?
Yes, that's right. As I recall, you did really well on it.
That's right. But only because I speak of Shakespeare so fluently.
Very cute.
So what are you doing here? You're a big soccer fan now, are you?
Not exactly. I'm a researcher with Newsline.
Oh, I see. Well, news reporters are not my favorite people right now. I heard there's a nasty story coming out about me, something about me throwing a game.
That's why I'm here.
That's a shame. Well, we'll have to meet again another time under different circumstances.
Okay, let's check. What about number one?
Um, and maybe he remembers her very well.
Uh-huh.
English literature. And they got the same grade.
Really? Okay.
Um, mm, he asked her, "So what are you doing here?"
Okay. Well, I think there is a kind of, not a kind of, I think it's a mistake, right? In number three. But let's see what is. Oh, no.
Two mistakes.
Yeah, but in the number one, he remembers very well. I think he remembers her a little.
A
Yes,
little.
because, yeah. And Nick got a better grade in Dantalia because
Okay.
he said that they studied for the final, and yes, I think that's the answer. Okay. Well, I don't know if you have any questions. I almost said you called you Talia Astrid. Um, well, by the way,
What
I
did
think, yes, okay. I think I forgot to post the quiz for the lesson three. I'm gonna do it, and also I will make it available. This task, lesson, I think four, right, for this week.
yes, teacher?
Okay.
The classes will be for until maybe until what day?
Until this Friday, I think,
Okay.
because I'm not very sure about. But this Friday is five, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's until 12. Let me check it out right now as I'm still connected, or we are still in online. There is something that they will tell us if the classes will be, or the date of the class, what's going to be the last, the July modular. Um, yeah, over here I have something to see. Well, the last class will be on. Oh, it doesn't. Cannot see it. My computer is very slow, but I think it's until Sunday 7. No, okay. Yeah, it's until this Friday, Friday 5th. Yes.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, and we have to finish this week. I think we're gonna do it because we are good in time. But I will post the last activity. Okay, but before we go, please, I will launch the survey. And thanks for being in the class, Astrid. Okay, we're gonna see each other on tomorrow, right?
See you, teacher.
See you tomorrow. Bye, Astrid. Thank you. Bye bye.